rather than the one thought if you defile it or whatever it is we want to know. Maybe we can find, you know, at least I can also establish she Baba Ijesa to Jabali to when she was 7. They can't just admit that only want to Jabali that she was defiled when she was 7-year-old. That means the place would have been open. Police said we want to check if it is open before we can charge Baba Ijesa for having sex with the girl when she was 7-year-old. Do you know what was shocking? Police ran a test on the girl. The first thing the government doctor said, he said, presence, healing broken hymen, number 1. Healing broken hymen. Hymen is virginity. Only Osha Shenji, no Osha Gabali Omoyeni in 2021, when they claimed she was 14. Osha Gabali. And when the presence of semen, that means after Baba Ijesa was arrested and set up with that girl, no sex, nothing. They thought they finished using the girl. The girl had returned back to a normal life of sex. And she had sex with another person. Even the person did not even use condom. But they didn't know that investigation would get to that stage, that they would need the girl. And because she was 14, there is no way they would run the test on the girl without the presence of the mother. So they said, bring the girl. When she brought the girl, they said, we are going for a test. That was when they ran the test, could they manipulate it? On an healing broken hymen, that her virginity was just taken. But her virginity is not healed, could see fully healed. Presence of semen. And then they said, evidence of perpetual penetration. That was what contained in the doctor's report of government, police. Police and Lagos State government, they know this truth as at that time, including princess at Anako Travelers, that they were not going to be like, princess, wait, oh, the reason why you claimed you'd set Baba Ijesa up was because you said, not that she saw, she said she was told that when the girl was 7-year-old, Baba Ijesa had slept with her. She virginity turned you on 7 when the girl was 7. When she is now 14 years old, 7 years after. That was the moment the police knew they have already messed up. And I was already on the neck. Hey, and I was waiting like, okay, you're gonna wait. Let's see what is going to go on. I was expecting the princess to tell you, IYABO, might be no princess. One not say this virgin no more. But you actually set Baba Ijesa up because you claimed that he had sex with the girl when she was 7-year-old. So the basis of you setting him up is already looking like it is a fake, it is a lie. You set him up based on fake incidents. And then the question that we are going to be waiting for is, whatever the case may be, you can request for the case file, it's quite unfortunate that we don't have a good media. Most of our journalists, they expect that human rights is for victims only. And let me remind you before I go further, when any case comes up like this, the prosecutor, the police, they hold the right, the duty to protect the rights of major actors in the case equally, particularly the defendant, the victim, and the public in any matter. A criminal matter. The police, the prosecutor, they have the constitutional duty and role to uphold, respect, and equally protect the rights of those 3 players. Anything on fear sukon. Anything fear sukonyo. Ati aralu, the police one need to share láti ṣe. Láti rí pé wọ́n dáàbò bo ẹ̀tọ́ àwọn mẹ́ta ní ọgbọgba láì mú kan sí kan. Now, it was established. Oh, and filing. Police now know, okay, now I don't expect that the police will do this. That number one, Princess. No problem, let's see. Police now realize that because evidence will go here. But they've been able to set him up recently in 2021. And they claim that the girl is 14. And they've already coached the girl. Princess and her co-travelers, they've coached the girl. Boshema Gbe Araduro. Boshema schedule Baba Ijesa. Baba Ijesa thought the girl had interest in him. He didn't know that the girl was giving him sign, I don't do it. And at the end of the day, police said, this one that you set him up, because you are shouting she's 14, we'll wait until the case gets to court. Then you go and prove your case. But the 7-year-old, when he said 7 years, he told me, we have no evidence, and we have even run our test. The test in our hand, we run contrary to the testimony of Princess Baba Ijesa. Princess stands so. Don't forget that the 7-year-old, Baba Ijesa slept with the girl when she was 7. He used khaki. She never claimed she saw it. Normally, under the law, parental negligence is a criminal offense in Lagos State. A lot of you do not know. It's a serious criminal offense. If a 7-year-old is under your custody, are you with me, guys? These are the things that we were fighting and explaining to her. That if a 7-year-old is under your custody, Baba Ijesa does not live in your house. If you claim he came to your house briefly, I am saying, and he had carnal knowledge of your girl, certainly that 7-year-old will be suffering multiple tears. And apart from that multiple tears, that means the pants will be soaked in blood. We're not like, where were you, Princess? The assertion, the reason why you said you set him up. Where were you? And why didn't you notice that this girl was defiled when she was 7-year-old? And she was sick. A 7-year-old is not expected to be having sex. How can a 7-year-old be defiled? Because she will have multiple tears. I want to go turn this virgin. One more quick dimashita. I want to come and kasara because want it bon. But almost 7-year-old could decipher. She cannot pretend or hide the pain. So if a parent cannot detect that a 7-year-old was defiled under her, and then the question we're expecting the police and Lagos State government to ask Princess is, where were you when this girl was deflowered? Because Baba Ijesa doesn't live in your house. So if he came to your house and spent probably 30 minutes or 40 minutes and defiled your 7-year-old daughter and left for his house, so your daughter is so scared that even if she has been threatened not to speak, there is no way you, the mother, will not notice. That you covered it. But to come to tell us in 2021 that you did not even notice. So now, the truth of the matter is, in 2021, Princess wasn't presenting herself as a witness that, yes, 7 years ago, when the girl was 7, he did it. I took him to social hospital. He did it. She said she did not witness anything. But she acted on that to set Baba Ijesa up. It was fake. And I will still buttress that point for you now. Kekere leshi boy. Ema farabale. Egbo mi dada. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ti sọ láti 2021. Ó ní mo ṣe sọ́nsìn tí ó dẹ̀ di yí padà. Àwọn tó sponsor ẹ̀ tọ́lé kó sá lọ. Who is that? I'm sorry. More. So, at the end of the day, it turns out that we're expecting the police to ask Princess. I said, If you continue to tell us that this girl was defiled under you, and as a parent, you did not take notice, you didn't take her to hospital, you didn't know all this thing happened, you are not even a witness, and you could not even present a single witness. Nobody saw, nobody treated the girl, no hospital, no doctor to say, that's 7 years old. When the girl was 7 years old, I was the one that treated the girl for defilement. It was as empty and blank as anything. Even Princess herself was never a witness. She did not see anything. Nothing happened. But she planned the trap in 2021. Now, a bit more lorry to we might but criminal and the princess. Police refused to charge him. Lagos State government refused to charge her. Rather, police refused to charge her. Lagos, they didn't touch on that. I went for that. Where is the evidence of this girl's age? No birth certificate, nothing was proven. And when the princess is 14-year-old. And I can tell you all for free, even the girl was writing different ages. Otoni age to koni sabo, otoni age to koni panty. It was Lagos State government, long defended. They were trying to defend her. And I kept laughing. I was the only one facing the matter seriously. Again, so the entire media, I don't know what happened, they went blank on the truth. I was okay, now let's go. An individual was arrested after sperm was found on this girl. But Taloni, you got it over dear boy. And they asked the girl to confess. But I don't know Dominic is any like that. The girl confessed. Tell us those that have been sleeping with you. The girl mentioned everybody could mention about Ijesa. Only but that Dabola. But that can kill security lane. The Dabola happens to be princess like a younger brother and a business partner. Oh, I get neighbor. You want to let your tongue about Ijesa. And don't buy again, so the princess more. Okay, to get security lane, she knew. Those ones, those people were the ones having sex with her and sexually abusing her since 2020. They asked the girl, police asked the girl, did your mother, your foster mother, princess, is she aware that Damola Adekola is sexually abusing you? She said she reported to her in 2020. You know all this terrible, disgusting, wicked princess. She left Damola Adekola, her neighbor. They live in the same house. That have been sexually abusing the girl. She is not interested in justice. She knew since 2020. And at the end of the day, in that way, the 2021 April, she now wanted to set Baba Ijesa up. You slept with theory almost 7 years ago. Which is a criminal offense to come and act movie. They all went silent. At the princess, at the IYABO, at the Tomo, at the they went silent by asking the government and the police to prosecute that Damola Adekola, that he was arrested. He was in the same cell. And the guy had already been threatening that if they take him to court, the girlfriend don't go and quote me again. That Damola Adekola wrote in his statement that the girlfriend don't get the princess if he set Baba Ijesa up. And he was ready to present evidence. We get any UBA account. When I knew already those evidence were there. Police knew. And police were ready to remove their hand. They wanted to grant Baba Ijesa bail. Intori Tiju, Kayema Baso, princess. As at that time, I was just doing my human rights stuff. And the police were like, we can't continue to do this. You are just bringing powerful people here. This one is coming. IYABO is shouting. People are calling. We know the truth here. The only advantage is that you set him up. And you are saying the girl is 14. And then the CP was like, you know what? We now know what is happening. You guys had issues between yourself. We don't want this nonsense in our stuff. We will grant Baba Ijesa bail. As at that time, I was filming. I was only campaigning about human rights. You know the thing Princess did, Pelawan IYABO. But she be commissioner of police, she advised me, all this nonsense that people are doing. I've spoken to this girl now. Look at this Damola. And I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you. You will hear the commissioner of police report then, press release. I will take you guys up to speed. You know, sorry, live have Ijesa. Police now said they were going to be granting Baba Ijesa bail. And then the next thing, process is back with that it's Juma Lele. Ayema Mabuan. Ladrubo she finish Baba Ijesa. What do I do? Somebody now advised them that they should go and protest against the police. Nepanti. That was when they went in front of Panti and they were doing a show of shame that they are the constitution. That if the police grant Baba Ijesa bail, they will take his life in front of that place. I got furious and I said, not on your life. I mean, even the police said I should not come and do a counter protest. When he was sorry, go. Let me call him Basso. My debate, me. And as a human rights organization, I put up a campaign. One of the tenets and fundamental human rights is the right to bail. As at that time, I am not saying that Baba Ijesa should not be prosecuted. If anybody abuses children, pay for it if you commit a crime against a child. But you cannot deny him his fundamental right to bail. Especially when this is an organized crime. Especially when the police, they've done their test. They realize that it was a total lie. Nothing happened 7 years. Oh, Boma Okoson is 7 years. Maybe 6 months before Baba Ijesa was arrested. But Princess lied to the entire nation that it was 7 years ago when the girl was 7-year-old. A defilement that under the law, our inability to even say, I am a witness. But 7-year-old, 7 years stuff, she never said, I am a witness. I asked the girl, who did this to you? She was a dummy. She didn't mention a name. But this is the hospital I took her to. Then would have gotten the doctor or the hospital as a witness. But she was presenting an incident that carries life imprisonment without a single evidence, a single witness, or anything. If we don't stand up, Allah lo meniti any share. Tova sheru kabai. Allah lo mento share. Now I want to play the Commissioner of Police press release that time. I want you guys to hear. He will confirm the other guy that was arrested with Baba Ijesa. Princess, IYABO, Tom, they did not want you people to know that there is another guy that was arrested. They didn't want you all to know, because if that guy is pronounced, prosecuted, the guy does not want to go to jail. Because only one evidence for 14-year-old. If truly the girl was 14. So if the guy is able to convince the court that the girl, Tofi said Baba Ijesa she's 14, she's a young adult, almost 19-year-old, Baba Ijesa magba anybody no court to join. Because they destroyed my life with fake lies. So they are making him look like a pedophile, whereas they put up a young adult that has been having sex to set him up. Now come and listen. I go Commissioner of Police in there. I go.
So, in terms of salary, you were thinking...
I was hoping you would tell me what you were thinking.
Oh, I insist, please.
I insist.
I insist.
I insist.
Please.
With Indeed, set salary expectations from the start and skip the awkward chat.
Mo wa live. No.